yes, I'm satisfied, but I think there's more I can do. And, I am the worst for tricking people out. Like, if it's a true or false, say the answer is false, and they say that, and I'll be like, it's truly false. And that really gets them. They love that. I had lunch with him end of last year. Really cool. When I was first told that Ludwig and Linus played that map, no, I didn't believe it.
Alright lads, welcome back to Midweek MC, the part of the podcast where I sit down and he's actually here this week with the amazing co-host, Captain AJX. Hello.
Hello, thank you very much. I'm back. I've been really sad that I've missed the last few weeks, as Orbits knows. I'm really enjoying the podcast, so on, but dealing with a lot of stuff carrying through in my private life, and then, we've been recording on different days, so it's been quite difficult, but I've really missed, so I'm very glad to be back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This man, before we hit record, right, said he's gonna bully me, and I have like
no, I said you were gonna bully me.
Yeah, no, sorry. He said that I was going to bully him. There we go, better wording. And then, like, he knew what he wanted to say in the intro. He's gone down this route, so I can't do anything. Otherwise, I just turn out to be a bad guy.
Yep.
Well, welcome back, AJ. Hope you're doing swell. Anyways, with balance and everything, it's nice to have you back. But it's not just us two, as per usual. There is a podcast coming up in future weeks where it might just be me and AJ. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a guest on, but it won't be interviewing them. You'll see. Be prepared for it. However, we do have someone on this week who is pretty cool, I'd say. They own something similar to our podcast in a sense of they have their own branding, and then they have their own. So they have their own individual branding, then they have their own like kind of main branding, I'd say. Could be wrong in saying that. Correct me if I am when after you're introduced. But we are joined with TheHappywheels1.
Hello.
Hello there. Applause.
Woo.
Claps very fast. How are you?
Indeed, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. How are you both doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm good. Glad to be back, and I'm glad to be on the pod with you.
How does it feel to be on the other end? I know we haven't started asking anything yet, but you're normally the one asking the questions. So how does this feel?
You know what? It's going to be great, because I always say when I do, and you kind of introduced it in the start, I run a game show called The Quiz Live, which we'll touch on later, most likely. And I'm always asking the questions, and I always say there's a reason why I don't actually take part, and that's because my Minecraft knowledge is terrible. Every time I write a question, always looking at the wiki, clicking on the random page link, getting all the questions from that. So yeah, it's going to be cool to be the one receiving the questions rather than asking them.
What's all going to be about Minecraft? So you're kind of in a clear there. What? Hello, our hero Brian's eyes.
Definitely green. No, white.
But you failed the first one. You can't make jokes in the answers. You have to. I'm pretty sure it's the same with Quiz Live, right? You have to give a direct answer. Your first answer is your final answer.
That's right. First answer is the one you got to go with.
Exactly. So you've just failed.
I have.
Because you tried to be funny.
That's it. I'm out. I'm done.
Okay.
Podcast over.
Thanks for everyone for listening. This was a short episode.
Only too much bread. Pieces. We always like to give the intro here. I mean, you kind of introduce what you do, which is completely fine. But just for the sake of it, who are you and what do you prefer to go as? Obviously, we know, but just so people know for later in the podcast, who are you? What do you do? If you have a fun fact for us today, actually, you've covered all of it. Actually, I've just realised. Literally, the only thing you haven't said is that you prefer to go by happy, but we actually don't need to do that because you've already done it. I realise your fun fact is the fact that you don't take part because of. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, I'm being outplayed here. Oh no.
This is a chess match in the offing.
Oh, hey.
Well, I had a question straight away.
Oh, well, can you predict it? Can you predict what the question is going to be, Happy? If you've done your research.
Very basic.
I reckon the question is, what did you have for lunch today? I got it.
That is a good question. That wasn't it, sadly. But now
again.
I'm interested in that, to be honest.
They only said it because they wanted to answer it. That's why.
You want to know?
Yes, I want to know now.
Sandwich and Pringles, top tier British lunch.
Oh,
what in the
sausage
sandwich?
Roll and Pringles.
Oh no, not in the sandwich. I mean that is cool as well.
What's in the sandwich?
I thought you said in the sandwich. Like I thought you were saying, did I have the Pringles in the sandwich? No. It's like this barbecue chicken mix. It's rather nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
What flavour
I
Pringles?
thought you was gonna say what flavour chicken. Sour cream and onion.
Fair enough. That wasn't my question. My question was, I suspect it's from a certain phenomenon on YouTube that we would know about because we're on the older side, although you are significantly younger than me. But where did you get your name from?
I wonder. No, yeah. You know what? Crazy story game called Happy Wheels. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Yes, yeah.
I used to love that game as a child. I don't play it as often anymore. It's kind of gone behind me now. But I used to love that game, and that's where the name came from. I was like, right, 10 years old. Everybody else is doing YouTube. Why can't I? So I set up my channel. I'm like, right, I like this game, Happy Wheels. I'm going to put the word "the" at the start and the number 1 at the end. And genuinely, that's how how the name came to be.
So what age were you came up with this name?
I was 10 years
There
old.
you go. There you go.
That explains it. We've all been there. We've all been there.
Were you any good at it?
Was any good? Oh, you know what? I was good at the bottom run levels. That was about it.
Bottom run ones. I definitely
Yeah,
remember
think
those.
about Happy Wheels is basically what Geometry Dash, is nowadays.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's kind of cooking.
When it comes to the name as well, you know, I've kind of been, obviously, earlier this year, I actually celebrated 12 years of being on YouTube. And there's been several, I know, crazy. There's been several times in that sort of 12-year period, more towards the newer, sort of most, you know, more recent years. And I've kind of been thinking I want to rebrand, but I feel like it's got to that point now where people sort of know me as this name. If I were to rebrand, would it do more bad than good?
Yep, I know that exactly. Like, I've rebranded several times now. I'm always like, maybe I'd do it again.
Yeah.
That's where the issue comes from, right? Because like even me, like I've tried rebranding to Orbits, which I mean it's not hard because my name is Insane Orbit, but I've gotten rid of the Insane. But like most of Orbits, like the word Orbits is just taken pretty much everywhere. I couldn't imagine rebranding to like a different name, so I just like I stick with Insane Orbits, but I go by like the nickname Orbits wherever I can, and people still understand it. But even then, to be honest, InsideMC, like as much as it's like a group, not even really a group channel, it is kind of just me, and then obviously AJ as a co-host and Bender helps with casting, and then I have this big team. But like I think InsideMC has become me, if that makes sense. Like rather than like there's like TheHappywheels1 and then there's the Quiz Live, but I feel like even to an extent the Quiz Live has become Happy Wheels, whereas me it has become Happy, I should say, not Happy Wheels. Whereas me, like it used to be Insane Orbits, and then InsideMC started up, and I feel like it's InsideMC, but rather than going by that name to content creators, like hi, I'm InsideMC. No, I go hi, I'm Orbits, but InsideMC is my main content.
You've kind of separated them as two separate things.
Yeah, but then also made InsideMC my main one, and Orbits just my name essentially.
Yeah.
I can't lie, listening to that, I got so good.
If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. There we go.
Yeah, true. Wise words in life. Wise words in life.
To kind of continue the whole 12 years ago part, what made you even really get into YouTube in the first place?
Yeah, so I kind of touched on it earlier, but it was just that thing of, if other people can do it, why can't I?
Oh,
And I
it
guess
literally
when
was just that. Oh.
It was literally that. And I guess when you're younger, you do think that. You think, if all of these other people can do X, Y, Z, then why can't I? And I guess I sort of had that motivation, which 10-year-old being motivated to make a channel, not knowing what they're doing. I mean, if you've seen the old content, you'll see how that went.
Let me reword it then, so I feel like a better one there. Is how have you been able to continue doing it for 12 years? There we go.
It's that drive to keep improving myself. And the more I did it as I was younger, because obviously I've been through several times where Minecraft as a game has lost popularity and then regained it, but I've always stuck with it. And I think it's that drive to improve my editing, my commentating skills, all of those aspects of being a content creator, and wanting to basically keep going, because if I was stop doing what I did, then all of that at the start would have been worthless.
So motivational.
That is actually pretty good. Never thought about it. It's
Are
also
you-
just like the dream. You want to keep the dream alive, 10-year-old you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's like that.
Are you feeling motivated, AJX?
I'm always motivated. I love what I do. I love content creation.
Aw, sweet.
I love being on InsideMC.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
How, I guess I kind of very, very deep question here. How satisfied are you with where you are after 12 years?
It's
And you
taken
can
me a
be
long time.
You can be
Go on.
unsatisfied but still happy. I want to make that very clear, because I asked this question the other day as well to someone. You can be unsatisfied but still very appreciative and still very happy, which is your
Happy
name.
isn't a name. Yeah.
Great minds
There
think
you go.
alike. But yeah, no. So it's not like unappreciated. It's not unsatisfied, and like if you are unsatisfied, it's not like horrible, unappreciative, like
Yeah, of course.
ego way. But like how do you feel?
I mean, it's definitely taken me a long time to get where I am. Like, you see a lot of channels nowadays start out and then within a couple of weeks they're on, say, 1,000, 2,000, sometimes 10,000 subscribers, but they're the ones that have a strategy, they've planned it out beforehand. I think because I went in basically to a deep end, although YouTube was such a different place back 10 years ago, I think because I had no plan and I just came in and I thought, oh, everyone's doing it, so can I, kind of worked out against me. But then, of course, being 10, you don't really have the same thought processes. You don't think about future or growth. You're just doing it for fun. But I think as I've got older, I've got to a stage now where I'm thinking, I want to really make something of this. So I'm going to try and improve myself. But in terms of where I'm at now, would I say I'm satisfied? Probably yes, but I know there's more that I can do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
You want to keep pushing. You want to keep going.
I feel like I'm not quite there yet. And especially with, I've noticed as well, I did a bunch of tutorials for things in Minecraft at the end of last year. And those videos did, I'm going to say really well, but obviously not in terms of taking YouTube as a whole, looking at all other channels. But in terms of me, these videos that I did really well compared to what I was doing at the time, which was like Minecraft map playthroughs, showcases. So ever since then, I've kind of put a lot of pressure on myself to try and make only tutorial videos. And of course, there's only so much you can do. But of course, with 1.21 releasing, I don't know how much you know about that, and all of the command changes that are going to basically break a whole load of things and make a whole bunch of tutorials basically null and void and useless. It kind of opened up a lot of content opportunities. So that is a good thing, at least. There will be more content coming. But yeah, I think short version of that question for the answer would be yes, I'm satisfied, but I think there's more I can do.
I think that's pretty much the exact same as me. For instance, like I'm very happy with InsideMC. I mean, I have guests scheduled in for weeks, and I love it because I just get to talk to a different creator every single week. And some creators ask the same question, some creators I ask different questions, and like it's just so nice to hear all the different answers and all the different responses. And as you've proven just there with your one, but also I feel like if I just kind of binned off the podcast and I done strictly interview videos like I have been doing, I would have time to edit them myself and subtitle them myself, and rather than having someone else do it, I could full send those. But then it means I have to stop the aspect of, which I mean, they would do way better for my channel, growth wise and help wise and all that kind of jazz. Most likely, I guess, aside from the shorts that I upload, or like the kind of edits and upload. But I just like the aspect of talking to a different person every single week, and it probably holds me back a little bit. Also, I'm happy with it, right? So like I'm satisfied, but I'm not fully satisfied in a sense, because I feel like I could do more, like you said, but I'm not really giving myself the opportunity to, because I want to do this instead.
And then of course, I mean, this is your passion, so the more you do, I mean, I don't know how long has this been going for now?
Well, the podcast has been around for 2 years, since March 2022. However, it went on a break in July 2022 until April 2023, and then I've just been full sending it since then, literally weekly uploads up until like one break. Yeah, and that's what makes it so worth it. But then also I feel like if I could get these guests into like more, I mean, I feel like I'm at that stage now where I have the connections to do more strictly interview questions and just like full send it, but then it takes away from this natural conversation, which I love, I adore, and no one else is doing, right? No one else is doing. So, and
that's what makes it so special, because as you just said, no one else is doing this, and the fact that you've got that space on YouTube now, you've created that thing that people want to watch or just listen to in the background. And great, I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, thanks for inviting me. You know, it's been a great time so far. So
all right.
Wow, that's good news. That's the best news.
What about you, AJ? Because obviously you're going through a bit of a change right now as well, like with your content. I mean, you have gone through it. So how do you feel?
I'm so passionate about like just making sure my content is as good as possible, and I'm just very excited for what I can do from now on, moving away from Minecraft, while still, you know, on the second channel I still do I still do MCC stuff and so on, but with the idea that going into the future I can push forward and make sure that I'm just like doing the best content I can, and it would take a lot longer and it might fail every now and again, but you know, it's stuff I'm passionate about. It's weird stuff, and I think it's stuff people will like, so I'm very excited.
I've just realized something, sorry, really off topic here. It's just because I just remembered. So I was when we was on the call earlier, AJ, before like we joined with you, Happy, I mentioned about how like someone has like Twitter Blue, right? And actually this is a question leading into something, so bear with. I mentioned how someone has Twitter Blue and they've paid like to hide their likes. So apparently actually all likes are hidden now. If you click on someone's profile on Twitter, you can't see their likes anymore. I don't know how long this is going to last. By the time this podcast comes out, it'll probably be reverted. Does that affect you in any sense with your content, Happy?
I mean, I don't usually go to someone's profile to see their likes necessarily. I mean, I do like to see individual posts, but not so much what people have liked individually. There's a bunch of things that have happened on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it nowadays, that I think maybe didn't need to happen. So many things I could name, can't name anything in particular, but it's a shame, because when it comes to, you know, networking, making a space that that your audience can come and follow you on and connect with you. Of course, there's the community tab on YouTube now, so there is that, but it's not quite the same. It's always been
no one ever really uses that, though.
No, nobody does. It's a shame, because I can see, I mean, I think there'll always be a couple of people that like to use Twitter still and stick with it for what it is, but I can see eventually the platform dying. Yeah. Not in a near future, but I can see it happening. And what's making it tricky is all of these newer sort of platforms that are coming up, and everyone's moving to them, and it's like, hey, come and move to our platform, but then none of your followers are there, so it's like you're starting again,
and they just die instantly because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I saw like a skin artist mention about how like a lot of their traction comes from like the person they make the skin of liking it and people checking their likes, and I think that's kind of the same with InsideMC. I feel like with likes being public, when like a creator or something, if they don't retweet it and only like the tweet, I feel like when a creator likes a tweet, it helps boost it into the algorithm I noticed that I get a lot more like likes on that tweet or comments like when I do a guest announcement from that. So I wonder if that's going to affect the podcast in any sense with that change happening. That's more what I meant with does it affect you in any sense?
Yeah, hopefully it won't do. We just have, I mean, the problem is with Twitter, you just got to see what happens as changes happen. There's not really much we can do.
How long has the quiz live been around for? Oh, sorry, AJ.
Sadly so.
True. How long has the quiz live been around for? I believe it's about 3 years, right?
Yes, it's been around since 2019. Don't ask me to do years. I can't do. I'm terrible at maths. Yeah, no, it started in November of 2019, and it's been going ever since.
Oh, because I'm looking here and it says season 1, the quiz live 2021 applied today. So were you doing like little ones before then, or?
So what that would be, that's really bad structuring of the playlist. I made several because season 1 went on for a long time, and when season 1 was going, there was never actually a plan to do different seasons. So that came later as I started doing new building, new studio buildings, etc. So there was different trailers, and that's the latest one there for season 1 for 2021 video. So that so happens to be at the top. But the actual first episode was the 9th of November 2019, and it was terrible, really, really bad.
Worried a podcast. To be fair, actually, I never had a terrible start, but it wasn't like I definitely wasn't as confident, or I wasn't able to hold a conversation or flow a conversation as much as I can now. Essentially.
No, I mean I can tell you the origin story of the quiz live if you like. It's very simple.
That's what I was going to get into. Yeah.
There you go. It's like I can see the questions. I've read that many questions in my time. It's like I can see them.
Or have you listened to that many InsideMC podcasts? Ooh.
Oh, my research. Yeah. So the quiz live, it started, as I say, very, very simply, and it was didn't really have much of a plan. I do live streams every single Saturday on my channel, and I've done that for a long time now, since 2018. I keep saying that. A lot happened in 2018. So it was just one Saturday morning, and I'm like, you know what? I've done way too much Hypixel. I've done way too much Minecraft map playthroughs on streams. Why don't I do something else? And the first thing that came to mind was quiz show. So I very quickly threw together this set, 2 sets. It was a room with 3 player spots and another one with 2. They're kind of identical, obviously 2 different rooms. And sent out a Discord message, and it just said, "Hey guys, I need 3 people who can be available at this time. First 3 people to DM me will get in." And that was it. That was the first sort of application, if you will, for the quiz live. And very quickly, I think 10 minutes before that episode, I was still writing questions. That's how quickly thrown together it was.
Wow.
And that's never changed, by the way. My procrastination is still top level procrastination.
It's got to be last second.
They call me Mr. Last Minute.
Mr. Last Minute. Why they call you that? Why have I just said that? You've literally just said why they call you that. Sorry, my brain is just stunk there. Oh my god.
We've not been doing their research.
No, I mean you literally just told us, and I turn around and go. It's like. Do you know how normally when you say it and then I go and then you explain it? You've explained it and then said it. It's like it's fine. The name is obviously exactly what it's about, right?
It's exactly what you get. Yeah, quiz live.
And
it's a quiz show. It's live.
Is it inspired? Is it inspired by anything, or is it
no, actually,
original
it's not.
concept?
No, it's completely original. Well, I say the format. Obviously, being from England and I'm watching a lot of British game shows, you kind of do take elements of that, like dramatic music in the background, tense moments. I'm over there like, ooh, is it right? Ooh, no, yes. And I am the worst for tricking people out. Like if it's a true or false, say the answer is false, and they say that, and I'll be like, it's truly false, and that really gets them. They love that.
That's good. Actually.
But no, completely original idea.
You also at CubedCon, I believe, right, in 2021.
I was.
Oh, I mean, because we did a podcast actually with Nate from CubedCon.
Oh, nice.
Last year, and who knows? Maybe we haven't discussed anything. Genuinely nothing has been discussed. But who knows? Maybe an InsideMC thing could happen this year, or there could be another the quiz live, and we could be taking part in it. AJ, who knows?
Yeah, I'd love to.
You're welcome on it anytime.
I'd be terrible.
Put me in this next season.
Minecraft,
no, I didn't sign up. Wait, when is the next season? When's the date?
Let me in now. That's what Orvis just said. Or else.
So the next one is the 22nd of this month, and then that's when applications will open for the next one. Next one being July the 27th.
Second, and what am I doing on the 22nd? I don't think I'm doing anything on the 22nd. So I could take part.
Not in this one because the applications closed last week.
So you've picked everyone.
Yeah, we've got everyone now, but at time of recording, nobody knows who they are. Well, I do. But yeah, it's all secret now. They'll be revealed next week.
Well, this podcast comes out on the 19th. Is anyone revealed yet?
You know what? I'm going to be awkward and say I'm going to announce them on the the 20th.
Nice, thank you for that. I appreciate that. So instead of us getting to know now, we have to wait to find out who's on there.
Nice try, guys.
Hey, look, I'm okay. I'm okay waiting.
I'll go Nominal Gravy won season 4, episode 1. So
It's like you just read the blog post.
MCC win.
Yep.
wow, what a start to season 4. Not only did we see a brand new round, question queues, but we also had the first tiebreaker round of the show's history. After taking the lead in 20 question trivia, playing a safe game in question cubes, and then struggling to navigate the block shop, Nominal almost didn't win the show. We won't spoil the action, rather say that it's one you have to see for yourself.
You sure do.
And that's me
very
reading the
tense.
blog post. Have that.
I was going to ask. So what is sort of the what? How's it been like getting? Have you just put out applications? Have you wanted to grow sort of organically, or have you gone out and asked people? You know, do you want to be involved and so on? What sort of? How do you get players to come join? Can just anyone apply? That I guess that's the best question I can ask.
Yeah, so we've always been pushing for it to be a community thing. Obviously, when it started, I had no plans for it to get as big as it has done. So it's always been quite heavy on applications. And even nowadays, I very heavily push the application form because I want people to be able to be involved with the show. And even if they can't, then they can submit questions for the final round, which is also a great way of getting involved. But since about season 3, since season 3, I've had somebody helping me pick the contestants, because what I used to do was I had a little bit of bias towards some people, and I know top secret, I had a bit of bias towards some people, and so I would pick them based on who I kind of knew the most, which does work if you want to create good shows, but it doesn't work at the same time because you're not giving everyone an equal opportunity. So since season 3, I've had somebody come on and help me out picking contestants, reaching out to them once they've applied, and also directly inviting some people that maybe haven't applied. Some larger creators. I mean, just to name a few that we've had in season 3, Nafi came on, season 3, episode 5, and Gerg came on, I think, the following episode. So we've had a bunch of big creators on the show recently, and that's obviously helped drive it a bit. But no, I mean, the contestant outreach person, they're doing great, really helping get some good shows put together. And as I said, we've got 3 confirmed for the next one. You'll find out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah, from listening, you'll find out tomorrow. See, that's just done my head in again. I was like, wait, no, you said the 20th, but no, yeah,
I'm used to scheduling things, don't you worry.
Oh, don't worry, I'm used to scheduling things. I have tweets scheduled for like August, all right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, when did I officially invite? Because you reached out, obviously, and I'm sorry, I never got back to you.
Oh, that's okay. I just did it testing my luck. I was like, I'll just give you guys a message.
It eventually worked.
I mean, it worked out, yeah, exactly. And then I eventually invited you on the 27th of May, and we're recording on the 12th of June. So you was actually kind of like, by my standards, last minute.
Yeah, I mean, it was April. I think I was on the train coming home from somewhere. I might have been coming home from something, and I just thought, you know what? I'll just give these guys a message. Something to do on the train.
How did you find out about the podcast?
Weightbox, actually. I saw his episode. He's been on the Quiz Live before, and I saw his episode, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool that this exists.
It's also because the Weightbox is why I actually decided to reach back out to you, because it's how I knew who you were.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Full circle then.
Yeah, I remember like after talking. I think we talked about like we talked about game shows and stuff, and then we talked about the Quiz Live specifically. But I remember hearing something. I mean, it might have even just been in your DM actually. But you know, it's I was like, you know what? Let's invite him on. And I was like, AJ, should we talk to this person? And AJ was like, we should talk to this person. I was like, okay, there we go. And you're here today.
Here we are. That's it.
Well, okay, actually, throughout the seasons, what are your like favorite memories, like little moments that happened, like a draw or like someone doing just the worst answer possible? Like, have you ever seen that? Like, have you ever watched the Sidemen?
I do occasionally, yes.
It's like back when I used to watch them heavily, there was like this clip, and there's like Zinger was asked, what do cows drink? And he had like the options like water and stuff, and he goes, milk, and he was so confident, milk, they drink milk.
Yes.
Wrong answer. Have you had any moments similar to that on Quiz Live?
So obviously when a contestant gets it wrong and the answer should be obvious, that's always a funny moment. But there was one back in season 3, and this was at the time that Caves and Cliffs part 1 had just been announced. Or was it? Oh, sorry, part 2, because that's when which one added all of the terrain? Was that part 1 or part 2?
That was part 2.
That was part 2. Yeah. So it was when that one was kind of first announced. And so back in season 1 we're talking now, and one of the questions was name the 3 new types of cave generation, which of course see if I can remember this. Spaghetti, cheese, and cave. Spaghetti, cheese, and there's another one. Spaghetti, cheese, and oh boy,
maybe
I don't think it's cake. But,
bolognese.
I love spaghetti bolognese with cheese.
Noodle caves. It's noodle, spaghetti, cheese, and noodle. That's the 3. And I think the answer that they gave was spaghetti and cheesecake. That's the answers they gave. So that was quite a moment. Yeah, that's a memorable one for me. Spaghetti and cheesecake.
Is it? I watched a bit of them but just like for the sake of people finding out for the first time, are they all multiple choice questions? Are they all questions that you might ask a question and they have to know the answer? Or is every single one that you get the choice of 3 or...
I tend to avoid multiple choice. There was a lot of multiple choice back in season 1, but I tend to find that even though I've got the questions right in front of me, I struggle because it's all live as well. I've got to focus on pressing the buttons on my stream deck, and then if I actually get the answer right, do the cameras. So I actually find that with multiple choice, it's a bit too much for me to process because I've got to be like, right, did they say that one? Did they say that one? No, they didn't say that one. You got it wrong. I tend to stick to simple, you know it, you do. If you don't, you don't kind of question.
And what's for, I guess on the other side of an answer, what's the like question that I know this might sound pretty weird because how do you really define this, but what's like a question you've asked that you absolutely love, or just like, because I have like my favorite question, or for instance when I listen to the Jack May Happy Hour podcast, which I've actually started listening to when I started jogging, which I want to talk about in a second. I know it's on your podcast, I just want to bring it up because it's like a recent world activity. I started listening to Jack May Happy Hour podcast, and like one question I mean I'm listening to older ones, I don't know if he still does it, was like what's your favorite meal deal, and like what's your meal deal thing, and I just love that question, right? He always asks it to guests, and I absolutely adored it. Same way I kind of got my intro now with like outro with don't eat too much bread. I love it. But do you have a question that you've, I don't think you've repeat questions, so what's one you've asked and you just, I'm really draining this out. What's your favorite question you've ever asked? There you go.
No, that's fine. And just quickly, there are sometimes repeat questions, but it's very rare that happens. There's obviously only so much you can ask, and of course with the updates coming out every single year, there's more content. But in terms of my favorite types of questions, I'd say it's probably, you know what? Why don't I ask you? Why don't I ask you the question?
Oh God.
Okay, so me versus AJ. Okay, here we go.
All right.
I'll ask 3. Do you have 3 that you can ask? It's like
3 questions.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hold up. Let me just for the segment here, just so I can timestamp it. Let's play the quiz live.
Whoa.
There
okay. Right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask 2 questions. One of them is gonna be the funny question that I love asking, and another one is gonna be one from a previous show. Okay. So Orbits, we'll start with you.
Oh, okay.
This is the funny question that I love asking, and it's got so many variations. Okay. In what year was Minecraft Snapshot 17W06A released?
As if I know that. I don't know when Snapshot's released. I might be bad for this show. Well, do you know the answer, AJ?
Have a guess.
No, I'm guessing. I'm just going to pass it to you. No,
Oh.
no, I haven't passed it. I just asked if you know the answer. Chill. 2000 and... Is that a good start? Yeah, it's in the 2000s.
I mean, yeah, that's a good start.
Okay. Is it in the 2010s?
Might be, yes.
Okay, alright. You know what? Just for the sake of it, 2017. What,
correct.
it's even... Wait, really?
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, that's correct. Do you want to know why?
Why?
The snapshot naming format follows this formatting. 17 is the year, so that's 2017. W stands for week. 06 is the week number, so that was week number 6. And A, B, and C, which once you got, say, 17W06A would be the first one, B would be the second, and C would be the third.
Wait, great. Okay, I literally just had 17. I was like, 2017. Oh, that's actually right. Sick.
You would be surprised by how many people don't know that.
I just took a pure guess. I didn't know why the answer was the answer.
Oh, you got it right.
Right, next up,
Okay.
AJX.
Oh, broken.
Right, AJ, let's find a question for you. I'm going to get one actually from the last episode, which was season 4, episode 1. Why did I have to think about that? If I can just find them. Here we go. Right,
No
let's give
DMing
you...
nominal, AJ, okay? I don't want to see you DMing nominal.
Hey, good friend, nominal gravy.
Yes.
What is the answer to this question?
Okay, I have got a question. How much ice is needed for packed ice?
Oh, I think I know this.
4.
Orbits, did you know?
It's 6, isn't it?
It's 9.
9?
The
9.
2 options were 9 and 4, but so I don't know why you said 6.
So I was going to say 4, but then because they didn't tell you were right and then went silent, I was like, you know what? Let me just... It's a slab. It's not a slab, but the guess was there.
I mean, hey, you know what? Ice slabs wouldn't be a bad thing.
No.
Exactly. It'd be good for staircases.
It would. They did it with stone. They can do it with ice.
True. And if you enjoyed that little segment of the podcast, go check out the Happy Wheels channel, Happy Wheels1 channel on YouTube to watch more of the quiz live.
And there's also highlights too. We have a YouTube channel that's dedicated to just shorts highlight, and that's at the quiz live on YouTube. But currently, we started from season 1, so we're just finishing up what we had called season 1 winners championships, which was a pain to do, and I can explain why in a minute.
Yes.
But that was 9 winners from season 1, battling it out in like a tournament style thing. We're currently finishing up on that, and then we're getting on to season 2. So if you want to watch highlights edited by an amazing editor friend of mine, it's at the quiz live Live on YouTube. Brilliant stuff.
I think that, I mean, actually, I guess question, now that you have this channel, why do you not just start uploading or doing the quiz live on this specific channel? Why do you still do it on the TheHappywheels1 channel? Like, for instance, me, I made a whole new channel for InsideMC. I didn't upload it on Orbit, so why don't you do the same?
I have been considering it, and I think because it started out on the main channel as sort of my own content, and that's the channel that's got the audience, I think it would be a mistake to move to the new channel for the quiz live, which has less subscribers, less, I imagine it would have less long form video views if I were to do stuff on there. So that's exclusively for the highlight shorts, and it also acts as like a hub, so there's playlists on there that they can get back to the live shows on the main channel. So it more acts like a hub and highlights area than the live shows on the main channel that's already got the following and the audience there.
I guess I personally disagree. Like, not obviously telling you you're wrong. I mean, it's your channel, you decide. So I'm not trying to
okay, I'm wrong. I'll do it different.
No. I just mean, like, for instance, with me, and a lot of people don't know this. I announced back in January that I was going to start bringing back interviewing kind of podcast. I was going to bring back the Inside Orbits channel. The way I was going to do that was through like little interviews. As you can see, has been being uploaded on the InsideMC channel and has done pretty well. I experimented with the whole sorry, I need to cough. I sort of experimented with the whole with the whole Chaos 21A video, the little like lyric interview video, and that video did pretty bad. So be it was just one specific person, but it didn't do too well. And then I realized if I uploaded these straight interview type B videos on Inside Orbits, it would really be a waste. So I decided to just keep down InsideMC and keep the interview content on InsideMC. And that's why I feel like it's doing good on TheHappywheels1. I feel like there could be a way in, especially because like just looking at the TheHappywheels1 channel, I mean, you've done 12 years am I done, the Quiz Live season 4 starts. I mean, like I'm scrolling through your latest videos and I can't on the video tab itself, and I can't find any the Quiz Live videos.
That's because they're live streams.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you re-uploaded them as videos on the Quiz Live channel, then you'd get the live streams on the TheHappywheels1 channel, and then as a video on the Quiz Live. I don't know. It's just, I mean, you could always experiment it. Maybe it's your choice, but
yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I want to look at. Probably more when there's a bigger following, because obviously I've got a following. It's like it's awkward because I've got a following, but then so does the Quiz Live. But then they're both on the same channel. So at the moment, I would say possibly my following is bigger than the Quiz Live. So if I can use I'm kind of abusing myself here. If I can use my own audience and my own reach to boost the Quiz Live and get that going, and again, the shorts highlights are helping because we all know shorts are broken anyway.
Indeed.
So if I can do that and build up the audience for the Quiz Live, then I could possibly transfer them to that channel and start building that one.
I mean,
there's a little bit of a strategy there.
I mean, to even, I guess, get my point across even more, I'm scrolling through the live tab and I see like the Quiz Live season 4 episode 2, the hints, then how fast can I beat every parkour spiral map, and then unfair dungeon Minecraft, then the Quiz Live. And like, I get it, I get why you did it, but I feel like it'd be the same as if I uploaded podcasts on Inside Orbits. It'd be like, I guess my branding and my vision and my idea would be just to get it from the get-go. That's why I made Inside MC. That's why I never experimented uploading on Inside Orbits, because I feel like I'd be in your position where I have two different audiences and it's just like, oh crap, where do I go from here? Because you're 4 seasons deep now, right? So to then move over to a different channel, it's just like, oh. So I completely understand it and I completely respect it. I'm not trying to sound rude in any way. I'm just saying I feel like you should experiment. Maybe even if you could do a duo live stream on 2 channels at the same time. I don't know if that's possible, but it's an idea.
Yes, it is. Well, you never know. Season 5 begins in February of next year, which I know next year's a long way away, but hey, we're already halfway through this one, so
I don't want to just switch all of a sudden.
Nah.
That is my lucky number as well. So
hey,
do you have anything to ask,
definitely
AJ?
something that is going to be looked into. That's for sure.
I think I've done a lot of talking here, AJ. What's up?
No, I was good. I have an interesting question, I reckon. You talked about sort of, it's only the start. I wanted to know what your like dream 3 people to have on the Quiz Live would be.
Ooh, okay. So obviously, I think this is everybody's dream to have some sort of Minecraft developers on their game show, right? That would be cool to collaborate with them, really test the knowledge of the ones who make the game. That would be cool.
Oh.
But names that I've tried reaching out to and would like on the show are ones like Dan TDM, because he's got that history behind him of playing Minecraft, and then Grian, because he's just an absolute how do you describe Grian? Crazy?
Yeah. Minecraft obsessed.
He's got that sense of humor, which I love.
Yes.
And I think a third one who would go nicely with them. Yeah, I don't normally do all of this contestant stuff. This is usually the contestant outreach's job. Who did I say? I said Grian. I said Dan. Who would go well with them?
You're going for Minecraft Legend.
I am. That's
like the game.
Aim high. Aim high.
Like the game.
But if I had to name a third, because it has to be free, anybody at all. Do you know what? Okay, you've got me here.
This is
I'm a
good.
little bit shocked you haven't said a certain name, actually.
I mean, okay, this is not going to be the name you think it is, but I'm gonna pick another hermit, and I'm gonna pick Zedaf because I think Zedaf and Green would go well together, and then of course Dan TDM would balance it out.
Honestly, fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, who
and
were you thinking?
I thought you was gonna say Captain AJX.
Who's that? Never heard of them.
Never heard of
Me neither.
who Megalord?
Terrible branding. Who
Terrible branding.
Terrible branding.
But that was off podcast. No one's gonna get that joke.
Well, I don't like the fact that I'm Captain AJX. There's the branding stuff.
No, but you rebranded to
AJX.
AJX. You have the AJX tag on YouTube, just on
Yeah, but
on
not
Twitch.
Minecraft setting.
Oh, true. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying
Or
all this on
Twitch,
Minecraft.
or
I might rebrand to like
Twitter,
0R8
TikTok.
1TZZ.
I guess, yeah.
Orbit.
You know, I guess I could throw this back at you. And obviously, you've had success with the podcast. You've had some big names on recently, you know, likes of Captain Sparkles. Who's your ideal for the future to be on the podcast?
AJX, you go first because I'm going to cook.
We've had we've had my dream person.
No,
which
because
was,
mine has changed. Mine is cooked. So just re-say it.
Aha.
Well, what? So a new person.
Well, no, I mean, if you just want to re-say your answers for Happy here,
Oh,
just for
okay.
anyone who missed that podcast.
Oh yeah, it was Techno Dad. Techno Dad was just
Yes.
absolute legend. And yeah, there's I mean, Ant Frost, another good one. Big fan of Ant Frost. We have that connection there. And Sarah Simon as well. Basically, if you're a parent of a very famous YouTuber, I'm very happy to have you on.
Who is Anfrost a parent of?
The viewers.
His cats. His
Yeah.
cats.
True.
There you go.
So I'm about to cook. All right, I have one name in mind. And when we had this question in the past, I think, like I said, there's a few names. And to be honest, I was quite like thinking about it, and I struggled. And I was going to bring this back up on the podcast in my own time. So I'm really glad you asked it. So I can't believe I've never said this answer before. But if I could bring anyone on the podcast right now, I Ballistic Squid.
Yes.
The reason for that is because I kind of just in my own time unlocked away memory. Like that's why I never said his name before because it's just locked away. Is I Ballistic Squid was literally my childhood. I mean, I wore a squid skin in my old videos. Like I would never branded myself around him, but I just absolutely loved his channel. I wanted to do like a quest called the Ender Dragon series because of him specifically. I loved Stampede, don't get me wrong, but I really loved I Ballistic Squid. So yeah, I kind of just in my own time unlocked, and I was like, I can't believe I've never said that as an answer. So anyone, just I Ballistic Squid was my childhood hero. Was probably the person who got me into. There's only people who got me more into YouTube, but the first person I started watching Minecraft was I Ballistic Squid. So that'd be my one. And then other names I pretty much got on. I think one name that would be pretty cool to get on would be Wreck Rat. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah. I'm trying desperately to think who else.
I mean, I guess my third one would be TheHappywheels1.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
Correct answer. Yeah.
I think we've literally had everyone I could ever want. I was gonna say MCC related. Of course, we had Noxcrew on.
I
I've met
could
him
say
in person,
Avondale.
actually.
Have you?
Oh, jealous. Of that.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I had lunch with him end of last year. Really cool.
Why?
So I actually, you might not know this. At the end of last year, I did a couple of the MCC explainer videos. So I did all of the ones for Twitch Rivals last year, and I did MCC parties update video as well. I did the plushie announcement video. So we're kind of talking. Yep. So we're kind of talking in DMs, and I said, hey, would be really cool to meet. And I actually went to where Noxcrew is because he told me where he was. And this is not like a crazy, I went to stalk Noxcrew. No, I just happened to be in the area, so I shot him a message and I said, hey, I'm in your location. Do you want to come and meet up? And he said, dude, I would do, but I'm feeling really ill from TwitchCon right now. He said, next time you're in, just send me a message, and we arranged a date and had lunch.
I am insanely jealous.
If you ever meet him, he's insanely tall. He's really tall.
He's a really nice guy. I mean, we
I'm
might
quite
because
short.
we're off to TwitchCon MCT, aren't we? So.
Well, if you see a tall guy with dark hair, it's probably him.
Or it's
I
Fulham
say I'm
Morocco.
quite short.
Oh, no, Fulham.
Why did I just say I'm quite short? I'm 5'11".
No,
It's
you are
not
a bit
short.
small, to be fair. I mean, compared to me, you were quite small.
It's not short at all.
No, you were pretty small to me, though, and I'm like 6'4".
5'11" is a good height.
Yeah, I think you're a bit smaller than that. I think you're bigging yourself up a little bit. Quite
Why would
literally.
anyone lie about being 5'11"?
Because you're actually 5'8".
You wish.
We can dream. We can dream.
Are you off to TwitchCon this year, Happy?
Oh, I wish I was, but
Ah.
no.
Everyone I bring on the podcast wants going to TwitchCon.
I don't do enough on Twitch. That's the thing.
But so
Yeah,
what? Neither do I.
You go to VidCon then. You're flying across the pond.
I'm waiting for it to come to us. As soon as
Nah,
it comes
true.
to us, yeah.
They have one in London, I think.
Do they?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think they have one in London.
They have a VidCon in London. I'd go to it. I don't
It's
think they
called
do.
VidCon London, I think.
That sounds crap. It sounds like a crappy knockoff.
Very original,
VidCon
yes.
London.
How long
Like,
did it take for them to get that name?
Wait,
they have-
with that, in the least weird way possible, Happy. What's your general location?
Midlands area.
Huh?
Midlands area. Don't exist.
Oh, okay.
That means you and me are quite close.
Hey.
Because I'm getting the Eurostar, so had you lived in London, I would have been like, you can get the Eurostar, but you can't do that. But you don't live in London. I mean,
Please-
technically you still could, but
Please tell me you know how to get cheap tickets for that.
I bought my
Eurostar.
tickets ages ago. I hope they were
Yeah.
cheap.
How'd you
Yeah.
get cheap tickets for the Euros?
So I've seen tickets available on their website for as low as £30 each way.
What?
How?
What, just for TwitchCon?
Not for TwitchCon, no, just for just Eurostar in general. You have to book very specific dates and very specific times, but you can actually get it for 30 quid each way.
Oh, this is revolutionary.
I mean,
Because I need it in September, so...
yeah, but then that means you have to base your thing. I wanted to go on a Friday and I wanted to come home on a Tuesday, so I don't really care
Yeah.
about the price. I just bought whatever. I think I got it for relatively cheap anyways, to be fair. Not 30 quid each way kind of cheap, but cheap enough.
I get your drift.
I'm happy. I'm happy with what I got. So I'm very excited for SwitchCon.
Speaking of things being in the UK, Eurovision last year. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I'm so
yes.
annoyed by that. I realised that I would have had to take 2 trains to get there from where I am, and I didn't go. I didn't go.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah,
But think how much it would have cost for hotels.
I know. Yeah, hotel, seat tickets, travel wouldn't have
just
been
would've
bad,
been-
but yeah.
Crazy. Would have been crazy.
We kind of brushed over the whole working with Noxcrew thing.
Yeah,
Actually, I just
we did.
realised. How did that opportunity come to be?
So, I got a DM from one of my MCC tester friends. At the time, I wasn't an MCC tester, and Noxite was just looking for somebody to help out with some video edits. He needed some video edits done because he was busy and wouldn't have had time to do them on his own. So he asked for testers. I mean, this is what I know because I wasn't part of the group at the time. So he asked for testers. Hey, could you send me some links to people who might be good at doing these videos? So a tester friend of mine sent my links, and next thing I know, I get a message saying they're interested.
Oh.
And I was told the assignment, popped in a call, said, is it something you think you can do? I said, yeah, totally. The rest is history.
So you took over from Nebula.
I don't know who the last person was. I just know there was a last person.
Okay, fair enough.
For
fair
all
enough.
things MCC?
No, for MCC.
No, because
Just
no,
MCC.
Nebula was all things MCC. That's what I was.
Yeah, no, he did the update videos.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. MCC Party, Twitch Rivals, Lena Videos, and there was another one I mentioned, wasn't there? The Plushie launch.
So, how often do you do it then?
So it's very touch and go. It's not a permanent mission.
Oh, it's not. Okay, so no, every single one. Got it.
I'd like it to be, hey, Noxite, if you're watching, hi. I'm still here.
Yeah, Noxcrew listens to
but
every
no.
podcast, so.
Yeah, but no, jokes aside, it's not permanent. I don't work for Noxcrew. So it's just a case of if they need something doing, they'll check in with me and see if I can do it. But that doesn't happen very often because obviously Noxite's got his process down. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he needs to record. But yeah, I mean, when it does happen, it's great. You get to go on an event server. You get to hang out with all these cool people,
I'm
record.
insanely jealous.
Yeah. Not trying to brag or
AJ
anything,
loves,
You have
AJ
no
loves it. You're
idea.
really rubbing in right now.
But no, it's really cool. It's kind of I've met the guy, as I said, really cool. Really cool.
We weren't expecting that. We weren't expecting that answer at all.
No.
I guess. Oh God, where were we? I don't
We've
even
just been waffling at this point. We're just learning about Happy Wheels. It's great.
exactly.
Oh, Happy! I need to
exactly.
stop calling you Happy Wheels. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
I guess. What is there? I'm completely so apologies.
Ask
We
me
were
another
talking
quiz live
about your
question. That was fun.
Oh my God.
While AJ thinks up what he wants to say.
All right, you got to interrupt the segment again.
There we go. Welcome
Oh.
back to the Quiz Live Season 2 of the InsideMC podcast.
All right.
Sorry to cut you
Orbits.
off there, AJ, just to give you some time to think.
No problem.
Okay, orbits. How many wooden pressure plates are there?
Oh crap. 6. No, I'm going to go with 6, but I feel like there's 7.
It's actually 11.
No, my goodness, I knew that. 6 add 7 minus 2 is 11.
There you
I
go.
think.
Got it.
Have you thought of something, AJ? Or should they keep firing away questions? at me?
Yeah. I was gonna go into obviously if you didn't know, me and Orbits are both player managers for Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
separately. Yeah, we are. So what kind? I was going to ask what kind of organization, because you mentioned you have, a player player manager sort of role. So how many people do you have working on these projects?
So the quiz, I mean, obviously Quiz Live started out as just me. And because of that, I think I've always liked to have as much involvement from me as possible. I think when it comes to my own personal projects, it's quite hard for me to almost give it all to somebody else because then it's not mine anymore, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So in terms of actual who else helps out, you can technically say 3 people. Myself, the contestant outreach, and the YouTube Shorts editor. And that's really it. So it's just 3 people.
Oh, fair enough. And then so you're making the whole set and so on, building everything to do with that. I'm aware that you're quite an avid builder, may I say, from some of the questions we got.
I mean, people always say that I'm good at building, but I do not think I'm good at building at all.
I was gonna ask what your favorite thing you built is, but
I think I'm gonna have to say the entire Quiz Live studios. I think that's my favorite thing.
Might be yours.
Yeah. But no, I mean, when it comes to sort of who does what on the Quiz Live as well, I think you asked that. Obviously, if event outreach, contestant outreach, they'll go around checking everyone that's applied, sending out direct invites if needed. We do try and prefer the ones that have actually applied, but if we need to, we will sometimes direct invite. So that's their role, and getting them all into the Discord server, getting them their roles. Shorts editor, self-explanatory. They look through the old episodes, make the shorts, upload them, and then I review them and publish them. Yeah, and then there's me. So I write the questions, I build the sets, I host the show, I do all the Stream Deck things. So that includes camera changing, music changing, on-screen graphics, so questions for the 20 question trivia round, which is the first one of every show. Then there's things like pressing the buttons to go to the next round and run the explainer clip. I also get the contestants on the server, tour them round. So I like to be very hands-on with the Quiz Live. So so really everything that you see on the actual live show is me, apart from the voice of, that's right, because the person that does contestant outreach also does the voiceovers for the explainers. They've just got that voice. You know that voice?
Yeah, that voice.
Yeah, they've got that voice.
Well, but you don't have that.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
That being said, I did ask you to voice something for me once, so...
Did you?
Yeah, the first thing we ever talked
about. Oh, when I was like severely unwell. Yeah, that one.
You know what? We can try something here. Let me find you.
No, I don't have the voice. I know I don't. I was going to say, though, quickly, while you find that, what was I going to say? Oh, no, this is bad.
It was good. I'm sure it was really good.
No, it was actually really good. No, it was about no, it wasn't about no, I don't actually I genuinely had it in my head and then you went and said your comment, AJX, and I've lost it. This is really sad. It'll come back to me. It's important, so it'll come back to me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so what we'll do then, once you're getting that back, I'm going to send you one of the scripts for a round explainer for the newest round for question cubes. I think it would be quite fun if both of you tried to read it.
Okay. Also, I remember what I was going to say. Do you know how you said do you know, this is like really quick. You know, you said you reviewed the shorts.
Yes.
So Jokana gets my shorts. They just like listen to the podcast, make like 3 or 4 clips. I don't review them. I like watch them like for like I listen to it, but I don't watch like the subtitles or anything. I just listen to the audio while it's downloading and then just upload it because I trust her to not screw me over. So
yeah, I mean, mine's just to make sure that the clip sort of starts and ends at the right place mostly.
Yeah, that's right.
And that all of the subtitles have the right color for the person. Okay, so this that you're about to be sent is the round explainer voiceover script for question cubes. So
I'll go first this time.
Okay, you go first.
AJ went first with the whole.
You know I'm gonna beat you. So
who goes first then?
You just said.
We'll do you, and then we'll do AJX, and then just for fun, I'll have a go.
This is gonna sound so shit. Like I want that to be known because I don't do this.
I want to see how you do it. Okay, floor's yours.
Because I know what AJX is. I know how AJX is gonna voice his one. He's like, these are the question cubes. That's
exactly. It's almost like I've had voice acting training.
What if I just steal AJX's flow? These are the no, I'll just read it my way. These are the question cubes. In this round, contestants will be asked 4 questions each for a total of 12. When a question is read, it can be played or passed to another player. If a question is passed and answered correctly, the point goes to whoever gave the correct answer. If they get it wrong, the passer gets the point. So will our contestants know the answers, or will they strategically pass questions to another player? Only time shall tell. It's back to you, Happy.
Not bad. Okay, AJX.
Sorry, doing my voice warm up.
Got it.
These are the question cubes. In this round, contestants will be asked 4 questions each, for a total of 12. When a question is read, it can be played or passed to another player. If a question is passed and answered correctly, the point goes to whoever gave the correct answer. If they get it wrong, the passer gets the point. So will our contestants know the answers, or will they strategically pass the questions to another player? Only time will tell. It's back to you, Happy.
Well, if my current voiceover person never quits, I know who I'm coming to.
Who?
Me.
Either of you.
Me.
Nah, more AJ.
Okay.
Wait, can you just say that last part? That it's back to you, Happy again, AJX.
It's back to you, Happy.
Iron Man when he was on his deathbed. Sorry, I was trying to think of like the best one I could say there.
That was awful.
Okay.
Do you get it? Because Spider-Man and Happy Hogan. It's funny. It's funny because
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he died.
Okay. So yes, wait. What?
sometimes you know what? Yeah, go on, Happy.
Oh,
I
you know
see you
what? I can't
happy.
wait. Thank you. I can't wait for the episode of the podcast where it's just you two. I think you two can have a great time. Right. Okay. So yes, I don't normally do the voiceovers, but I do normally record examples. So obviously these are all written how I speak. So my attempt. These are the question cubes. In this round, contestants will be asked 4 questions each for a total of 12. When a question is read, it can be played or passed to another player. If a question is passed and answered correctly, the point goes to whoever gave the correct answer. If they get it wrong, passer gets the point. I'm trying to read it like the person that's done it. So will our contestants know the answers, or will they strategically pass the questions to another player? Only time shall tell. It's back to you, Happy.
Nice.
That's the newest one. there
Bit
is
fast,
one.
isn't it? And you did say a bit fast.
I like to do them fast. I mean, you know
But
what?
so
I'm
what's the
going
point
to
of the
freestyle.
pauses then?
It's to it's to match the music because these go-to music.
But you just said it fast, so it won't
that
match the
would be
music then, will it?
difficult.
It's.
I
mean,
can't
that one
imagine
was-
doing it with music.
Yeah. You guys have an epidemic sound license, or do you not use music?
Nope.
We don't.
I
Okay,
want to
I won't do
save
that then.
money, so we're not playing any epidemic
Save money.
sound here.
No. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to freestyle another one. No script.
I love this.
Yeah. So this is the one for 20 question trivia, and I wish I could prove that I didn't have the script in front of me, but this is an audio-only podcast. So 20 question trivia. Let's see if I remember this.
I mean, it's inside Minecraft, but I'm not animating you holding not script, so I'm not
Just a piece
going
of
to
paper.
to it.
Just a piece of paper appears. Right, freestyle, let's go. This is 20 question trivia. In this round, our contestants will be asked 20 general knowledge Minecraft questions. I really forget how many questions they were just done. To gain a point, they must be the first to buzz in, then give the correct answer within 5 seconds or else locked out until the next question. So which of our contestants knows the correct answer and will end this round with the most points? Let's find out. Back to you, Happy.
Loved it.
Way.
It's back to you. So good.
Yes.
Do you think you'll ever like kind of do another game show idea? Like I know obviously one's like there's the chase, and obviously they don't do any other game modes and the game shows, and then there's like tipping point, and they don't do another game show. But do you reckon you'll always do this, or do you reckon you'll like implement different ideas?
The joy of the quiz live is not a one-round game show, whereas like you've got, as you mentioned, tipping point and the chase. Tipping point and the chase, although they have like different rounds, it's all pretty much the same game. But the quiz live is more multiple games in one show. So you've got say 20 questions trivia, which is just 20 questions of trivia. Then you've got block shop, which is like 4 patterns on the back of the wall. Only one's correct. You've got to go around, pick the blocks, place them on your board, try and get the right pattern. Then there's ones such as questions and ladders, which is the newest one that's coming in next episode. It's basically snakes and ladders in Minecraft. Then we've got question cubes, which is well, you read the explainer. There you go. You know what question cubes is. And then there's mystery game, which changes every now and then. We need to get a new one. That's reminded me. And then there's the 2 finale rounds. There's trivia towers, which is the remaining 2. Every single finale round has the remaining 2 players. Trivia towers, where you answer viewer submitted questions. Every correct answer lets you mine 1 block down. First to the bottom wins. And then there's the brand new finale round called TN Trivia, which is the 2 contestants standing in their own little like boxes. Every time they get a question right, their opponent's TNT moves 1 block in, and if they get it wrong, theirs moves in. Yeah, it's really that one's quite tense because you can see the TNT moving in, and whoever's TNT reach their sort of redstone block first, they explode, fall down into the void, and don't die. Okay, for legal reasons, they don't die. Don't want to fill out any paperwork, but yeah. So they fall into the void, and the person who is last one standing wins. So it's a lot of different, and there's still a couple of empty studios. I think we've got 1 more empty room that we can fill with a game. So yeah, and having the mystery game as well allows me to sort of do different things. So although every single show has similar rounds, every single one starts with 20 question trivia as well. That's been a staple a tradition since the first ever episode.
Yes.
But it allows me to make each show feel a bit different and give all the players a different experience.
There we go.
Yeah.
But speaking
Good
of
answer.
the chase, I'm actually, and this you've actually reminded me, I need to get back on with that. I'm creating, and if I can find the screenshots, I'll send them over for Chase in Minecraft, just for a one-off YouTube video if I ever get around to doing it. But I've got a resource pack. Here we go. Got a resource pack. I've got everything going.
Holy.
Yep. Unfortunately, your listeners won't be able to see this, but you will. But if you know what a chase looks like, if you're listening to the podcast, and you know what a chase is, you know what it looks like, just think that, but in Minecraft, exactly the same. Images on their way now, and you'll be able to see those. There you go.
Yay, that's clean.
Wow, oh, damn.
Oh, I've also included the ones without the resource pack, and that looks horrible.
That's cool. That's sick. What?
I like the ones without the results.
Yeah, you
I've
can
got
see.
I've got a cool idea for like a game show that I'd like to do. Happy, would you ever be interested in like helping me do it?
If you want game show help, I'm all down to help. Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll keep that in mind. I got a fun little idea. I'll talk to you about it off the podcast. Maybe a fun
Alrighty.
stream idea.
Secrecy. I'm good at that too.
I mean, it'd be like a one-time thing, so it wouldn't be like, consistent,
Yeah.
like needing your help. So it'd be for like a video. It'd be streamed, but then for a video. In the Twitter announcement, which I'm realizing now that you're not tagged in it. I could have sworn I tagged you. I thought it was. Did you untag yourself?
Did I?
I think you did, because TheHappywheels1 is no longer tagged, and I know for a while I tagged you.
Unless, I know what happened. Somebody replied to it, and I pressed leave the conversation on that, thinking it was just, oh dear, can I rejoin the conversation?
Oh,
No.
I understand what you mean.
TheHappywheels1 is gone, and I'm not adding you back. I don't think I can. But in it, we mentioned how you're a micro content creator, which I mean,
Yep.
we've kind of covered. I mean, you've done your own content, like with the video wise. What was the 12 years am I done? Was that a clickbait I'm quitting video?
No, it was very much a talking head video, first of all, and it was sort of me looking back at the 12 years and almost answering one of the questions you did, which is, am I satisfied with where I am now? And it was mostly just saying, hey guys, I'm still here, thanks for the 12 years, it's been great, but I'm being really strict on myself at the moment because of how well these tutorial videos did at the end of the year. So kind of reaching out to you guys watching to get some ideas, use the feedback, use the suggestion form. It was kind of like reaching out for help. And although the title and thumbnail can come across as clickbaity, that was kind of the intention, because me reaching out for help. Because I mean, one thing that, and again, we touched up on this earlier about being passionate about content creation and things like that. But what people don't realize, and especially the ones who have been on YouTube for a long time, a lot of them go through this, and that is burnout and again, being too strict on yourself, thinking, why am I still doing this? But deep down inside, you've got to remember why you're doing it. It is the passion. It is hopefully for the future growth. And it's because it's something you enjoy. But I think that's what people don't see is the truth of being a YouTuber. And I think you've covered it in past podcast episodes, but it's so true.
The Snifferish podcast, which comes out on Friday from recording this, we went really, really into depth about like content creation and personas and stuff, and I did it the same with Bablu, which came out to Babbo, sorry, that came out today. So I don't want to get into too much, otherwise it's kind of just repeat conversation. But you're giving the vibes that you agree with everything we said in the podcast, anyways. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
I when I said about like the clickbait thingy video, it was like half joke, in a sense of like, just was it one of those, like, because I mean I even talked about it with Captain Sparkles about the whole like trend of big quitting and stuff like that, and it was a good video. You also use your face cam in videos as well.
I do. I more use that for live streams. I don't really do much face cam in prereqs. That's mostly just so I can connect with my audience and they can see me and, sort of see who I am rather than just character in a game.
I was about to ask why, and you answered it. Look at that. But also in the announcement as well, we mentioned how you are a map maker, as proven by these images here, which no one's going to see because I don't do that. You're amazing at building and amazing at making like texture packs or resource packs or whatever they're called nowadays.
They've changed names so many times.
What are your favorite maps that you've built? And you can't say the quiz live.
No, I mean, that was my answer earlier, wasn't it? No, I think, and I think actually there's some questions that have been submitted about this, but unfair maps would have to take the cake on that one.
Well, you know what? Okay. We'll ask a Twitter question then now, because of like you mentioned it there. Because I actually didn't really know what people were saying. I thought when I first saw the first reply, I was like, wow, they're just being toxic. But it's actually so one from Omar. I'm just gonna ask the ones that say it to give them credit. Omar, what makes you build and make maps, especially unfair maps? The next one is from It's Pung Pond. What got you started on making Minecraft maps? Why did you choose to make unfair maps in particular? And then another one is from, and also from Pung Pond. What's your favorite map you've made so far? What about the ones you've played? There you go. It all links into one here.
So I think, I've been in the map making space for a long time, long before I started making unfair map. I would make things like adventure maps. We're not talking anything groundbreaking. Again, I was about 10, 11, 12. I was making these maps that I'm talking about. but it would be little like adventure maps that people can play through. I think there was a theme park in there as well. That was actually my first ever Minecraft map. It was a map called Wow Theme Park. That was the first ever sort of big one I released. And then I just kind of ghosted map making. I just stopped it. And then there was another creator called Nico the Pro who sort of invented the whole unfair map genre. It's originally based on the Unfair Mario game. If you've ever heard of that?
Yes.
Seen it, yeah.
Yeah, so Unfair Minecraft, the first one that Nico ever made, that sort of started this chain of maps, Unfair Minecraft, Never End, and all the ones that Nico made. And then eventually, I met Nico through... How did I meet Nico? He must have come to my YouTube channel to find me that way. And there's a service called Sticky Piston. And they have a trials website where you can play a bunch of maps on a server for free. And they let you submit your maps to that, go on the website. And I got a message from Nico saying, hey man, I've just submitted your maps to this website. They love it and they're going to put it on there. And I'm like, cool, okay, thanks. And then me and Nico get talking, and eventually as time goes, I'm like, you know what? This is funny because this is kind of similar to starting a YouTube channel. If Nico can do it, so can I. But I've in reality, I wanted to make a map for him, and I called it Unfair Nico. And I didn't know how unfair maps were made, so I kind of learned a lot of it myself. And I don't know how well you know unfair maps, but they always have a massive sign at the front of them, just behind where the player spawns in, that says the map name. Now, I later found out that Nico used to use a tool for that called Cubicle XYZ, and he'd type the text on there, it would generate an MBT file, and he'd load it in with Word Edit. Not me. No, I built it all by hand, and it was painful, and I built the N backwards, so that was embarrassing on Nico. But yeah, I eventually learned all the tricks, and when I was first doing that, I was like, hey, do you mind if I do this, or do you mind if I do that? You know, so nervous that he was going to be like, oh man, this is my idea. No. But he was totally cool with it. Then eventually, I kind of quote stole the name of the unfair map maker from him because I'd made that many. And even to this day, I'm still going. I've got one in the works now, just waiting for 1.21 to release, which, of course, by the time this releases, it would have done, yes. In fact, it releases tomorrow at time of recording. That's crazy. But yeah, I think unfair maps are the favorite, mostly because I enjoy people playing them. I enjoy watching people playing them. For the record, I hate playing unfair maps. I love making them.
What is an unfair map? I don't get.
Okay. So an unfair map is kind of what it says on the tin, which I know you said you don't really know what they are, but it's a map where the answer to a puzzle should be obvious, but it's not. Like, say if you've got a door that says go left, you'd go left and you'd fall down a pitfall trap. You'd have to go right instead. It's like that. It's like everything that should make sense doesn't make sense.
That's not an unfair map. That's just silly. What? No, that's a joke. That's a joke I've made. That's a very joke.
Nah,
that's just my humor.
That's okay. We'll just rename it to silly maps. There you go.
Silly maps. No, but it's true. Like, what? Go left, so you actually do what it says, and then you die. Like, what? That's not unfair. That just doesn't make sense.
It's not quite like that. That's just one of my famously bad examples. But
don't worry. I got a few of those myself.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, I've improved on them a lot. And one thing that people used to say to me a lot was, "Man, these are way too difficult." And I would see that. I'd see that these apps I was making were way too difficult.
And made them
so
harder.
One thing no, well, yes, to start with, yes, but eventually, because especially when people play it on YouTube, right? Like, you want them to progress what you've done, because otherwise, if they can't even get past the first section, what was the point in you making everything else? So I try to now, at the very beginning, almost tell them what to do, but telling them is real. So if it says, like, click this button to progress, you actually need to. So still a level of unfairness, but I like to sort of ease the player in rather than drop them straight in at the deep end, just so they can at least feel like they can progress and see the rest of the map, and what I spent doing wasn't worth it. But I have also tried my hand at a couple of non-unfair maps. I just tend to find that the unfair maps are easier because I'm not going to say we don't take as much effort. I do try to push myself with them, but they are easier compared to, say, parkour maps. I don't know if you know the likes of Helki and Amir Kaka, but they make parkour maps that are out of this world, way out of my skill set. But yeah, I've had a go at some parkour maps. I've done a Wipeout map recently. One of my Quiz Life games, no, two of my Quiz Life rounds I've turned into standalone maps, that being Block Shop and a Season 2/1 game called The Caves of the Quiz, like a little death run with traps, like an unfair map. But yeah, I mean, that's what kind of got me started, and my favorite type of map. I think that was that it?
Yeah, that's a good answer. I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you I could talk for England, did I?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it's good. It's good.
It's your podcast. I'm very enjoying just listening and all of this.
Yeah, I mean, that's what 12 years of content creation does to you.
I had one more question regarding the maps and stuff like that.
Sure.
It was so that's it. Sorry. So you're the well, I mean, it says it in your bio, so if this is wrong, then it's your fault. Marketing sticky piston EU. Does that mean you're the marketing like person, or what's the deal there?
That's right. Yep, and I might have snuck in a sneaky plug earlier as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah. So I joined them. I want to say 2018 now. Back to that year again. No, it might have even been 2020. I think.
2018 was really the happy year, huh?
It was. No, I think I did a couple of things from in 2018 over summer, and I believe it was It was either 2020 or 2021 that I joined them. Must have been 2021 because I'm celebrating my 3 years this year with them. And yeah, I do a whole bunch of their marketing. I run their socials, help out with pains. We actually ran. I mentioned this creator earlier, Helky Maps, launched a new map called Parkour Volcano last month, which I helped launch. Did a stream for that, which was fun. And of course, the longer I've been there, the more involved I'm getting. Of course, as this podcast goes out, we've been preparing for the new update. That's been cool, getting everything together for that. And that's what I do day to day.
Cool. There you go. Do you have anything else to ask, AJ?
No. We can head into the Twitter questions.
Do you have anything else, Happy, or are we good to go there?
I think we're good to go.
So, I believe, with asking those questions, we only have, 2 more to ask, I believe. So the first one comes from Nafi, an ex-guest on the quiz live, who would have thought. I've got a question. How did it feel to have Linus Tech Tips force Ludwig to complete your Wipeout map?
That was crazy. I always say that everything happens for a reason. And seeing them play, when I was first told that Ludwig and Linus played that map, no, I didn't believe it. Someone messaged me on Discord, and I don't mean I didn't believe it, I was speechless. I did not believe it. I thought they were lying. I was like, yeah, I was like, no way. What? So I said, can you send a link? And they did. And when they did, I'm like, what? Huh? Really? But that was so cool. I don't know if you've seen the video, but they kind of attached a whole bunch of, say, bidets, and I think they had a pellet gun as well, all aimed at Ludwig playing the map. So every time that Ludwig would go in the water, get splashed with water in real life. So yeah, that was amazing to watch. Definitely one to watch.
You should get them on the quiz live.
I should, yeah. And then every time he gets oh my gosh, yes. Every time he gets a question wrong, imagine.
Get splashed with water in real life. No way.
Yes, there you go.
That'd be fire.
But no, that was crazy. Probably one of my best moments of this year so far.
Do you want to ask the next one, AJ?
Yeah. We next question is from Supreme Cat, and I like this one. If you were to delete the quiz live, what would be the replacement?
Yeah, do you know, I tried my hardest to not look at the questions before this, but I did see that one, and when I read it, I was like, I don't know, because I've been doing it now for since 2019. If it was just to go away, I don't know what I would do, because that's kind of become the main thing that I do on YouTube now, almost exclusively. I guess I could fall back on for tutorials and ramp those up a little bit, but no, it's kind of become a part where the quiz live is so integrated into my daily life. It's like, what would I do without it,
Good answer. I like it.
There you go.
A walling emptiness would be the replacement for it then.
Nothing. Sadness.
You got it.
I think that's it for the Twitter questions then, because I also
Okay.
see the other ones in a segment there beforehand. With that,
We
then,
asked
Happy.
about the creation as well, the other one.
Yeah. So, but with that being said, then, Happy, that sadly brings the end of this week's Midweek MC.
It's been fun being on. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. Been great.
Before we do the outro here, we always like to give you the opportunity to promote yourself. Obviously, we've talked about you all this time, and if someone doesn't somehow know where to find you, then the floor is yours to promote anything you'd like within reason.
Okay, so you can find me at TheHappywheels1.com. If you don't know how to spell that, just copy and paste my name from the title and stick .com at the end. You'll find all my social links there. Merchandise, Discord, Twitter, X, it's all there. That's the best place to go to find me. I'm also on Discord as well. You can join the Discord server, say hi, or don't say hi, because I'm one of those people that's like, if you just say hi and nothing else, then how do I respond to that? But no, otherwise, I'm genuine. 9 times out of 10, open for a chat. So if you ever want to say hi, come and say hi.
Dude, I've just realised you've had Aragon Telly, you've had Marcus Does MC, Wadebox, Bit Squid. Yeah, I finally found it on the blog page, and go check out the blog. The blog is amazing, and you actually a lot of respect, by the way. So thank you. You put in a lot of effort into promoting the podcast and promoting this to your audience. So thank you for that. Very grateful.
Of course, it's something that needs more attention. It's very good, very well put together.
And so is yours Quiz Live, and that's why we wanted to bring you on.
Thank you very much.
And stay tuned. Hopefully, if you remind me, Happy, to sign up to the next one, I will. I should be free on that day. And then
I don't need reminding.
It'll be really awkward if I sign up and then you're like, actually, yeah, you're not in. Lol.
That would be funny.
That happened to a tournament once. I got invited to it. I signed up, but they benched me, and I refused to talk about it. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Except from right now, apparently.
Well, I refused to name it. There we go.
That's fair.
No credit to it unless anyone else brings up. With that being said, this brings the end of Midweek MC. Thank you all for listening. Thank you both for showing up. Absolutely amazing, especially you, AJ. Nice to have you back after 10 weeks.
Thank you, King. Thank you.
Stay safe. Don't eat too much bread. Pieces.